Oh hey! I was just playing on my Game Boy.
Hey up, you scrawny cretin.
Not now, Zazzles. I'm busy.
I just came back from my travels up in north.
Look, I'm trying to beat my high score on Tetris, okay?
Oh, that bloody reminds me. I got you a little summit from me travels.
I caught it! Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy? Oh, Zazzles, I'm touched, but why would you get me the... Zazzles? Zazzles? Hey, and welcome to the second episode of Retro Reviews. Now, before I start, let me just make something perfectly clear. Yes, I am aware that I have much shorter hair than I did about 10 seconds ago. Yes, I am aware that I'm wearing a completely different t-shirt than I did about 10 seconds ago. Yes, I am also aware that I made exactly the same, well, not exactly, but a very similar mistake in the last episode, so... yeah, shoot me. I don't care. I can afford it. Because we don't pay for hospitality in this country. Now, usually, I'd start this kind of review with an anecdote or a joke of some kind, but, well, given the circumstances, I mean, Zazzles, he's just fucking disappeared. I don't know where he was there a minute ago, but then George, he just disappeared, George, and I was petting the rat in my hand. I don't know where he went. Another plagiarism. So, I've lost it down the bloody back. Kirby's Dream Land.
For the bloody Game Boy!
Okay, so, quick backstory. Kirby was invented during the early 90s, back when games were considered a tough man's sport, in order to introduce more kids to the market. The titular pink gunk was named after John Kirby, Nintendo's faithful lawyer, in honour of his success in a court case against Universal regarding the commercial rights to Donkey Kong. Yeah, you probably know this all before, but... a bit of trivia never hurt anyone.
Or did it?
No, I didn't know. I've dawdled enough already. Let's play some Kirby McFurby. Ah, smell that? That smells like a promising game, that does. Ah, and I must say, as I forcefully press my inquisitive finger down upon the so-yondled start button, my innards fill with the uncontrollable amounts of... Oh, and the levels even have individual title cards. Sort of like... No, No, not that game, no! Please, no, anything but that! Controls are pretty standard stuff for a Kirby game. You know, A to jump, B to inhale enemies and spit them back out again, up on the D-pad to float up in the air, and down on the D-pad to swallow enemies and copy their abilities. I said, copy their abilities. Wait, you can't copy abilities? Why would you lie to me like this, Kirby? I thought we had something special! Yeah, I know, this was the first game in the series, so the copy abilities ability thing wasn't really established yet. But, I don't know, without it, it seems kind of bland. I mean, granted, the game does a great job in utilising sucking-based gimmicks. Sucking. But even so, it's as if you're eating crunchy nut cornflakes that aren't remotely crunchy, and are instead a compiled ball of mush. Yeah, I think I nailed that analogy. Well, as far as structure goes, the game's hit the nail on the head in my opinion. There's only 5 stages, but each stage will take you around 5 to 8 minutes to complete, and there's a mini-boss and a boss in each one. And the stages are as follows. Green Greens. A good level to introduce you to the game's mechanics, and the music for this stage is almost as iconic as Green Hill Zone, or the Super Mario Bros. 1-1 theme. Castle Low Low Low. Float Island. Alright, Castle Low 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 isn't that bad, but it just seems to drag on for longer than it needs to, and these mummy enemies in the latter half of the stage can go fornicating themselves for all I can. Float Islands. By far my favourite stage in the game, purely because of the flying shoot 'em up section at the end. I really love this part, and so should you! Bubbly Clouds. I hate this level! The enemy placement is cheap, the boss can only be defeated by means of memorization or by plain luck, and the stage is the longest in the game, taking me an average of 10 minutes to complete. Mount DDD. Basically just a rematch of the 4 bosses you already fought, with the last boss at the end. Usually I hate it when games do that, but you get a checkpoint after every boss, so it's not really that bad. Overall, the game isn't too long at all, and it can be completed in under half an hour if you know what you're doing. My record is about 18 minutes, so, you know, go me. And that brings me quite nicely to one of my main complaints with the game. Yeah, that. Look, I know it's intended for younger audiences, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it's piss easy. For the most part. Granted, in comparison to the more recent Kirby games, it's probably the most difficult in the series, but for a game that was released in the same generation as Ninja Gaiden and Ghosts and Goblins, believe me, it'll seem like a walk in the park.
Now, I'd like to dedicate a substantial portion of this review to what I have cleverly but not so cleverly dubbed the definitive compilation of Louis' initial experiences with Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy, or TDCOLIEWKDFTG for short.
Oh my god, this game is so cute! Ah, Poppy Bro Jr. If only every other boss in this game didn't bitch slap you in the face. Freaking apples! Oh, that was easy. That is arguably the cutest thing I've ever seen in all 2 years of my existence. Kirby, are you okay there, buddy? Freaking apples again! Yeah, Blaster Master time! Why won't you die? Let me suck you! And that is Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. Now, you may be thinking, but Louis, you haven't shown us what happens at the end of the game. Well, worry not, for I had the answer. Now, skip to this point in the video for a spoiler-free review. King Dedede dies. That's it. That's all that happens. Okay, that's not all that happens. I mean, the castle sort of breaks, and the stolen food that we were apparently looking for is released, and good God! Kirby contracts diabetes, I guess. And then there's the credits, but no one gives 2 shits in a plumber's arse about them. Am I right, eh? Wasn't that an enjoyable experience? Sure, Kirby's Dream Land pales in comparison to the later games in the series, but as a standalone, it's pretty fun, and that's why I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I kind of changed the rating system because it was a bit similar to Caddicarus's, so yeah, just go with it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bloody communists. Sazzles, you came back!
I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter.
Subscribe to GBUK for more videos, gaming updates, and comedic fun. Do it now, and you get a free cookie! But Smeagol doesn't want to, Precious. Shut up! Don't say that in front of my new friends. But Smeagol doesn't like GBUK. You're making me look stupid in front of my friends! But Precious, no! You always do this. Remember what happened with the picnic in me and Smeagol? That wasn't my fault, Precious. We ran out of food, and those rabbits looked so tasty. I do love a bit of rabbits, Precious.